Brisbane's legendary Paddington Tavern is about to kick off some live music again in the next month. And what's better is it's a night or afternoon of heavy metal music. So on April 23rd, we've got the album launch for Infectious Rogues, and also playing will be Dreamkillers, PistonFist, Palladone and Roach Toasters. So in order to get you ready for that, we've caught up with Mick from Palladone to find out what's going on.
Hey, I'm Mick from Palladone. Here with Kris from Heavy. I play guitar in the band. Lorne is on vocals, Christian on drums, and Nick on bass. We're just a four-piece. Slightly metal, slightly cross 90s style. We're older guys. So, yeah, well, I guess we've played in metal bands, so we're metal, but we're going back to a bit of our 90s sort of stuff. So, yeah.
Beautiful, man. Thanks for joining us today, Mick.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure, mate. So Palladone are gearing up to play at Infectious Rogues album launch at the Paddington Tavern on April 23rd, mate. So it's been in the works for a bit, but not long now, mate. We're almost down to a month.
Yeah, mate. We've been looking forward to it. We're all sort of in my band. We're all mates, and then we've been mates with a couple of the lads in Infectious Rogues for probably over 20 years. So we've known each other a long time, and we've both, a couple of members in either bands have played in bands with each other over the last 20 years as well. So it's sort of, yeah, really looking forward to it.
Excellent. And not only are Infectious Rogues launching their album, but Roach Toaster, PistonFist and Dreamkillers are also all going to be on the bill there to help celebrate, mate. So do you know much about any of those bands?
Obviously the Dreamkillers, back, you'd have to be the early to mid 90s. So I knew about them, yeah, when I was, doing high school in the 90s, which I think, and I'm a bass player's a big fan of theirs as well. So looking forward to seeing them. And I haven't heard a lot of PistonFist, but they seem to be making a few waves around Australia, which is good on them.
Yeah, very cool. Dreamkillers are actually one of the first bands I ever saw live. I went to school with their original drummer out at Lowood back in the late 80s. So
wow,
a bit of nostalgia there for me too.
Yeah, I know it'll be good, mate. It's good to see them. I've had a couple of different members in that, but it's great to see them going. So got some great tunes.
Shit, yeah. And it's also an afternoon Sunday gig, mate, with doors opening at 2 p.m. So you got to love a good Sunday session with some live music, mate. Nothing beats that, eh?
Oh, mate, especially the venue too. Like, I'm not sure how many bands have been in that venue, and I went in there originally when the idea came about for this gig, and it's just got a really cool vibe in the room. And I think on a Sunday Ave, it sort of suits the vibe of the place too. It should just be a good time for everyone.
Yeah. So, like you say, mate, for those who don't know too much about one of Brisbane's best kept secrets, like the downstairs room at the Paddington Tavern, it's normally reserved for the comedy club who've got a long-standing booking there, but it's just a massive, spacious area. There's a big mezzanine floor. There's a bar that goes from one wall to the other, about 350 capacity there. It's just a perfect dungeon type room for a hard rock metal show. It's like, hopefully we can get a good crowd there, mate, and convince management to keep putting on shows there.
Yeah, well, like I said, in the Chuggy, the manager of the bar in the early days, as soon as he took us in there, it'd be great. So hopefully everyone gets behind it. I'm pretty sure it will sell out. And I mean, if everyone gets behind it, and there's another great venue, because it is a drama sometimes to get great venues and to get owners of pubs and clubs and to keep it going. So hopefully everyone gets behind it, where it can, the next gig, and keep another great venue, because I'm not sure what age that place is, but it's like a little dungeon, and it's a little time vault, and it's got a lot of history there, so it's really cool.
Yeah, and then the bosses have kept the prices right down too. Like I think $12.50 plus booking fee if you get in and buy them pre-sale, which is unheard of these days for 5 bands.
Oh, it is, mate. I'm surprised it hasn't sold out already. So you haven't got to. I'd get one pretty soon. It should be a really good afternoon.
Very cool. So on to Palladone a bit now, mate. Like, you guys are a relatively new band, so give us a bit of background and history on you guys.
Mate, like I said, we're older. We've known each other for 20 years. 3 of us went to school together in the same grade in Beaudesert. We've sort of done bands over the years. Myself and the drummer were in a death metal band, Prophecy of Chaos, 20 odd years ago for a few years, and just did local stuff, and then sort of evolved into another band, Hate Disciple, which we did a bit of interstate stuff and stuff like that. And we've sort of been life got in the way, and we've all got kids, and then this time around it's just purely about the fun. So we've just sort of taken on 20 odd years of all our influences and sort of put it into this, like everyone you ask what it sounds like, you get a different answer. Most people do say our singer sounds like Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, and there's a lot there. The only thing you can hear at the moment is up on SoundCloud. We're just pre-production demos that we're just putting together, ready to record an EP later in the year. But music-wise, it's a little bit of metal. We've got a lot of power songs as well, so just play what we want to play. We're going to throw in a couple of covers at this gig. They're not the sort of covers that you'd expect a metal band to play. When we play them, people will find out. But we play them how we want to play them. We're not trying to copy them. We're making the covers in our style. So I think that'll surprise a few people, and they'll probably like it too.
Very cool. So tell us what we can expect from your live show, brother.
Mate, just a decent live show. Like I said, we're older guys, so we grew up when, to cut teeth, that's how you did it. You didn't start out like a lot of guys do now with recording at home and then getting it out that way. We grew up on going out and just playing, on Wednesday nights to no one and stuff like that. So we're all about, to us, a band is still a live band, even though times have changed where a lot is digital and stuff. And it's great, like Heavy Mag as well, who uses all the Optimum tools, but have got that old school. So for us, mate, it'll just be just straight up have fun, throw a couple of covers in, and have a couple of beers.
Sounds good to me, mate. And you've also got another show coming up later this year at a mate's tattoo shop, bro. That sounds pretty interesting. Yeah,
I've got some mates, they own 3 Tattoo Broadbeach Coast, probably the biggest tattoo shop on the coast. And we had I had one scheduled to do an open day there last year, but one of the guys got crook and we couldn't do it. So it's coming up later in the year. We'll post the details for that. But yeah, it's a really cool tattoo shop, like 383 Tattoo. If you want to check it out, guys. But going to get some really good footage and just something different. Going to open it up to the on the street, and it'd be something different having a gig in a tattoo shop. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the only place I could think that might be better is a strip club, mate. Well done.
we did that years ago, Metal and Strippers, with the Hate Disciple years ago.
What a classic combination, mate. It can't.
Yeah.
Well.
It went well.
And you're also planning to record a digital EP later this year, mate. So tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, look, the tracks we've got on up on SoundCloud, they're more just put up there for us, and you can't download them. They're just to give people a bit of an idea to have a listen. They're sort of the tracks we're going to look to get in professionally and record. They were just at home, but we're down a 4-track EP. It's called Misery Holds My Hand, and it's going to be something to after the work we put in about the last year, just to get a decent recording out there. And obviously, like I said before, years gone by, you look forward to making an actual CD with that, but this time we'll just stick to the modern times and do a digital release.
That's the way. All right, brother. Well, thanks very much for your time today, Mick. Palladone are playing at the Paddington Tavern on Sunday, April 23rd for Infectious Rogues album launch with Roach Toaster, PistonFist and the Mighty Dreamkillers. So you can get your tickets at www.thepaddo.com.au/what's on. So it is selling quickly because it's a bloody good venue, mate. So I wouldn't advise you leave it to the last minute. Get yourself in and get them early and be part of history as live music comes back to the Paddo.
You.